0, 1. Let's get started.
It's a summer day on Friday and the beach is just packed. But that said, I'm here. It's like a lake out there, so I'm gonna definitely do some diving. Yeah, it's a summer day here in San Diego, and it was at least mid-70s in the open air. But Jason and I decided to get together on a Friday after work, and we got a good dive in. It was literally a lake out there, and hopefully you guys can take advantage of some great conditions this weekend. That said, Viz was really pea green soup in the shallows, but once you get past 60 feet and into the canyon, it does open up. There are thousands and thousands of rockfish everywhere. These are all juveniles, just chilling in the grass as we descend down to about 100 feet. And then we ended up going north. I'm not certain if this is a fried egg jelly, but it was fairly large. And when we were at 100 feet, this was at approximately 90 feet just above us. And I was trying to get Jason to go on to the other side so we can get a good glare off its tentacles. It was super long. Maybe this was a fried egg jelly, just didn't have a really bright center. But it was really translucent and it was pretty mellow. As we made our turn north, I came upon this juvenile sheep crab. He was kind of cute because he had all the kelp on his back, and it looked like he was kind of grooming his hair. And there was this crab just kind of bunched up right against the grass. I guess when you're in the open water, you want to take refuge wherever you can so predators can't see you. But at 100 feet, there were a bunch of octopus everywhere. Here's another little octopus taking refuge in the grass. And I think in the next video, you'll see this octopus taking refuge in a crab. It was literally like, hey, I'm trying to eat this crab leg here, and so it'd be great if you just kind of went along. And here's another little octopus. As soon as I came on it, it like scurried away and inked me. As we continued north, there were the tuna crab again. I was actually really surprised because when we dropped down to 100 feet, there were no tuna crab to be seen except for a bunch of dead carcasses. But here they are again. I was actually really surprised to see them. This time of year, they're usually gone. But here you'll see in the next video, it's literally like a carpet. There is a little salp there. People are starting to see a lot of these lately. Like I said, tuna crab carpet. I mean, not as thick as it used to be earlier in the summer where there were just millions and millions and they were crawling all over each other and eating each other, but there's still quite a few. We started to make our ascent, and I would say the majority of marine life really is thriving at around 80 to 60 feet. So if you come across the 80-foot mark and you look at the walls and cracks, there are crabs everywhere. Here we are at Vallecitos Point, and Jason was surprised to see a scallop, so he's going to pick up a scallop and show me. He was actually quite proud of his scallop. He's like, hey, dude, check it out. A scallop. Look, scallop. From Vallecitos, we started to make our way south, and there were a lot of sarcastic fringehead in little cracks. A lot of crabs as well, just chilling, doing their crab thing. But here's Jason. There's a sarcastic fringehead in the hole. Actually, there's two of them here in the hole. Another rock crab just chilling, and just a little bit beyond here, there's another sarcastic fringehead. Here we go. These sarcastic fringehead are actually fairly good size too. I would say they're about the size of your hand. He's like, hey bud, what's up? As we continued south, we came upon a new sheephead den where there were tons of sheephead coming out of this hole, and fairly good calico bass too. They were just kind of coming in and out of this hole. It's like, hey, Mr. Bass, how's it going? And that's a female sheephead just kind of chilling, and they were just, coming in, coming out. Of that hole, and just south of this hole, there was another hole where a fairly large male sheephead was kind of, I think he was sleeping, but he was either sleeping or guarding the hole. Another shallop just kind of floating in the water, and we are coming upon the other den, the other sheephead den that was being protected by the very, very large male. You can see them kind of swimming at the top edge of the canyon, and then one of them just kind of swoops down and kind of lays by the hole. So here he is, fairly large sheephead, and I don't know if he was like, man, I'm afraid of these divers. And he's like, I'm just too big to go in this hole, so I'm just going to sit right here, and maybe they won't see me. They'll just kind of move on. Then this bass comes along and goes, dude, you're blocking the door. Let me through, man. Move over. Here's me sporting the single take back mount, teaching open water this weekend, so just decided to go simple basic setup. Now we're making our way through the shallows at around 20 feet. There's a lot of starfish and these little crabs. I think they're sand crabs or of some kind. They were just kind of all over the place. And the sand dollar population is thriving in the shallows. Water temp down below was low 50s, so it was really, really cold, but surface temperatures were high 60s. Hope to see you down below.